let's queer up business. Sex trafficking victims claim Abercrombie Fitch aided former CEO in abusing them. Dozens of men have filed a class action lawsuit alleging Abercrombie Fitch was complicit in a decade-long sex trafficking scheme carried out by the fashion company's former CEO. According to the complaint filed in federal court in New York, Michael Jeffries, who ran the company between 1992 and 2014, used his role to prey upon attractive young men who believed Jeffries would hire them as Abercrombie models. The complaint alleges Jeffries ran an expansive sex trafficking operation, coercing and forcing young men to engage in sexual acts in exchange for money and promises of employment. The lawsuit states that, in a series of instances, one aspiring model was invited to multiple Abercrombie Fitch casting events in New York, France, and London, and was sexually assaulted at least 7 times at these events. According to the lawsuit, the total number of victims is believed to exceed 100. The plaintiffs are seeking a trial by jury as well as punitive and compensatory damages. The complaint also names Jeffries' longtime partner, Matthew Smith, as a defendant, claiming he sexually assaulted men alongside Jeffries. While Smith did not hold any official position at the company, he was still given access to non-public information such as sales reports and financial documents. Well, in addition to being a racist, Michael Jeffries is now being credited and also credited with sexualizing Abercrombie's image. So I have to mention the 2022 documentary White Hot, The Rise and Fall of Abercrombie Fitch. That's where you can get a lot more insight to this. And shame on Jeffries and his sickening casting couch antics.
And the people who knew. No, I would bet my house that more people than the victims and Jeffries and his boyfriend knew. They knew.
And look the other way.
And look the other way.
It's upsetting to think that monsters come in any sexual orientation, and we see that with Epstein. We see it here now. It's just monsters are monsters, and it's just sad to think that's happening in our own community and taking advantage of people that we're supposed to be taking care of.
Right. And remember, it's not about sex. Sexual assault is about power.
Yep.
And and the easy thing, and I usually try and stay out of the comment section, but after I read this story, I read some of the comments, and they weren't asking for it. Just because they are hot doesn't mean that they're here to be sexually assaulted. They may be there. The modeling gig says, yes, shirtless, tight pants, whatever. But that's all in a contract that is agreed to. But sexual assault is never consensual. It just isn't. There is a power dynamic that can't be overturned. And the fact that these guys basically use their business as a hunting ground for their own sexual exploits is disgusting. And yes, the documentary that came out last year, incredibly good. The people that they get to talk in that documentary, they're brave. They open up, they hold nothing back. So it's called White Hot. And do you remember, was it on Hulu? I want to say it was on Hulu. I think it's on
streaming now.
It's still streaming. So look it up. I'm sure a version of it's on YouTube if it's been pulled from the streamers. Look it up, watch it, because sexual assault is not funny. It's never funny no matter how you look, because it's not about look, it's about power.